Hello everyone, I'm Sam from LCAProductions and I'm joined by Taylor of Inkydoodle, and welcome to the first episode of Lovely Cooking.
Lovely cooking.
Today we are making low-carb cheesy breads. Woo! Yes, so this is a recipe that's not actually our own,
Yes.
but can't remember where we found it. If we do find where it is, there'll be a link in the description, so go check that out. And yeah, this is the first episode, so let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is 2 large handfuls of cheese. Cheddar cheese works best.
I have large hands.
Yeah, they do need to be big handfuls. So if you want to tip them into the bowl.
Exactly.
Okay, that's 2 large handfuls of cheese.
Very
Whoa, I
large
just
hands.
spilled water. Never mind.
We're going to have to reach.
Okay. Right, next in goes 4 tablespoons of ground flax.
4 tablespoons.
Also
or
called-
1 large handful.
Yes, it's also called ground linseed, if you didn't know that. You can find it in some supermarkets. You can order it online, and you can buy the normal linseed and grind it up yourself in a coffee grinder or something like that. Then, 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Put that in. 1 teaspoon, remember, not tablespoons, that would be bad. So this is making 2, by the way, I should probably mention that.
1 for me, 1 for you.
Then we want to do 4 tablespoons of water.
Try not to spill any on your
Yeah, because I spilt some, I should probably put another one in, I think. Or maybe another half of one, because I spilt.
I like that.
Oh, luckily we have our work surface is nice and shiny and the water doesn't go too far. So 1 more tablespoon, 4 in total. Jeez, steady. Nice. This is professionalism.
4 tablespoons again, or
Okay.
1 large handful of water.
And then we need 2 eggs, not too large. These ones are about small to medium size, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, 2 eggs.
Excellent.
I like to crack them into a separate bowl in case you get any shell, and then it's easier to get out.
Smart.
And then once you've done that, you just tip it.
Tip. That looks very appetizing.
Like eating just raw egg.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if you're
It's mixed with cheese and
Right.
raw flaxseed.
yum. Don't worry, it's going to get much nicer
Yes,
soon.
of course.
So that's that done. So whilst I'm washing my hands, if you want to give that a good stirring together,
I would love to.
a good mix around, sort of try and beat it slightly as well to get those eggs a bit beaten. Maybe try and incorporate a little bit of there. Now, if you want, you can add mustard powder to this if you want it to be a bit cheesier, but we're just going to keep it as it is.
That's
Yeah, that's going.
how's that looking?
It's looking good. Yeah.
I think that's a pretty even coverage of egg.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think that looks quite good. And if, depending on how big your handfuls of cheese were, if it looks like it's a bit thick, you can put in a little more water, but don't go crazy because it's better for it to be thick. Just going to do 1 more.
Nice.
Okay.
That looks good.
Now this works best with medium cheddar because it's not quite as dry as mature cheddar. We've got mature cheddar here just because that's what we had in the office.
Yeah.
Okay.
In
The
office
next
fridge.
thing. Now here's where it gets a bit technical. You're going to need 2 ramekins of some type. These ones have fluted edges. Doesn't matter on the edges, as long as they're about 1 inch thick. And about how many inches? About 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe like 6 or something, 7 inches wide, something like that.
That's it.
It doesn't quite matter because as long as you fill them up and then cook them for the right amount of time, that's what matters. Then we're going to take our mixture and wait. We need to butter them first, otherwise
Oh, that's
they're not
right.
going to come out.
We're going to have to eat the
Okay.
porcelain as well.
Yeah, that would not be very useful. So I'm going to use some tissue.
I like my teeth.
You can spray them with non-stick like oil and stuff, but I think the butter makes them a bit easier to clean than the oil. Typically, if you've got some salted butter, just wipe it around a bit.
Nice. Make sure you get it in all the fluted edges as well.
Yeah, if you're using one of them.
Yes. If not, don't worry about it.
Okay. You want to give that one a wipe around as well.
Actually, I would love to.
There we go. That's just going to help them to lift out of the pan a lot easier
Exactly.
when they're done. Steady on. Don't drop it.
And in the event of a smashed fluted pan.
Yeah, don't do that really.
No.
Okay. Here we go. So then we take the mixture. Try to, as evenly as you can, divide it, spread it out
Look at that.
amongst the two things. Don't worry if it looks a bit runnier than this. That's probably a good thing. This has gone quite thick for some reason. But probably because the eggs are quite small that we used.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
That looks good.
So this is low carbohydrates. It is also gluten free because flax doesn't contain gluten as far as I'm aware. It's more protein than anything, and it's not dairy free obviously. It's got cheese and eggs in. Now I don't know if it will work with substitutes. I have never tried, but there we go. And it's also free from refined sugar as well because we didn't add any sugar obviously. So there you go.
So these
So-
are just good for you overall.
Yeah, they are quite healthy and they're quite filling as well because they're mainly just protein. So the next thing to do is to put them into the microwave. On our microwave, I think is 800 and or 850, and it's about just under 3 minutes until they're puffed up and nice and ready. So we'll do that. Okay, so they are out of the microwave now. We've got one of them already done.
Yes.
And so what you want to do is take a good knife, one that's maybe slightly, this one's not very bendy, but one that is slightly bendy would be better, and run it around the edges to loosen all the edges up first,
Nice.
like so, and slowly start to tease it out. Come on, come on.
He's a good boy.
Okay, and then once you've got more of it lifted up,
Yeah.
try not to stab it. You can either try and go under it, or if it's a bit too wet. I think we've used the wrong type of cheese for this one, but that's
It's
fine.
all right.
Still a bit warm. It's not that bad, but yeah. Then the best way to do it, I think, is to turn it over and just tip it out. There we go.
Ta-da.
Nice. Okay,
Do
so
the
the
washing
next step is, you just do all the washing up and I'll do the
Okay.
video. Okay. So the next step is to cut them in half, and we're going to grill them in the oven. You could do this in a toaster. It is a bit dodgier because it might not be as evenly cooked, and also you can't watch it as easily. You have to keep popping it up or whatever. So we're going to set our oven onto the grill.
Yep.
I'm just going to turn it up to full or high, and we'll get that heating up. And we're going to slice them in half this way. So the best way to do this isn't just to saw all the way through, it's to do a bit at a time. So find the middle, go in a little bit, then rotate and kind of follow it around, try and keep the knife as straight as possible.
That makes sense.
And keep going, try and keep it straight.
You can do it.
As a chef, I should be good at this, but I'm not that good at this. There we go. So then you cut that in half, and that is good to go.
Yeah, we stick that
And
back
then-
in the oven.
Take a pan or a tray of some kind. I'm going to use this one. It's a nice stone one. And place it on top.
What a nice slice.
A nice slice of cheese bread. And then under the grill, like so.
Top shelf.
Top shelf. And then keep an eye on it. It'll take a little while because ours has just been turned on. Once it's got a nice crispy dark brown on the top, not too dark, flip it over, do it about the same on the other side,
Nice.
and then it'll be ready. And we'll come back once that's done. Okay, so whilst we're waiting for that to cook, I would like to do a segment that I call Guess That Food.
Nice.
Okay, so basically the way this mini game works is we have to work as a team, and either you or I have to think of a food and the other one has to ask yes or no questions, like 20 questions, to try and guess what the food is.
Nice.
You get a guess at 5 and then at 10 and then maybe 15 or 20, okay? So do you want to think of the food or should I?
You do it.
Well,
I think I'll take too long.
Well, I'll think of a food.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try and make it a bit easier. I won't make it too like extremely
Thank you.
difficult.
Otherwise the segment will be going on for way
I
too
don't
long.
really like that. Okay, so, I've got a good one. Okay, ask your first question.
Is it sweet or savoury?
Savoury.
Well, that's a good question to start off.
Yeah, it's mainly savoury. Yeah, savoury.
Is it in the carbohydrate
No.
section of food? Okay, so this is interesting. Is it a vegetable?
No.
Oh, okay. Do you bake it?
No, not really.
I'm not getting anywhere.
You've only had 4 questions yet.
Okay, so let's recap. It's not a vegetable. You don't bake it.
It's savoury.
It's savoury, and it's not a carbohydrate. Right.
You've got 20 questions. I've only used 4.
Is it a snack food?
Not really, no.
So I get a guess at 5, don't
Yeah, you can have 5 now. You don't have to get it. Use the guess.
I? Okay, we'll carry on then.
Okay.
Is it brown?
No.
Okay, that opens up some possibilities.
Okay.
Is it?
I should have picked
meat?
something that was like, yes.
Okay.
Should have picked something that was themed. Well,
Is it seafood?
No.
Okay. Ooh, is it red meat?
No. No, not really.
Okay.
Kind of.
Kind of.
It's not white.
It's not white meat, but it's not red meat either.
Yeah.
So it's pink meat. Ooh, this is interesting.
Yeah.
Is it?
I think this is number 10. Yes.
Okay. I think
You're allowed to guess. Go for it.
Sausages.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, you've got 10 more questions. You're only halfway. You're only halfway.
I think I might have an idea of what it is
Okay.
anyway.
You're going to get to 15 first.
Okay. Do you cut it towards the... Oh no, do you cut this meat towards the back of the animal?
Sometimes. Normally, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what other questions to ask, but I'm pretty certain I think I know what it is.
Well, you've still got 4 questions and doing it to 15.
Okay, here we go. Does it matter what kind of pig you cut it from?
I don't think people usually know.
Oh, okay.
So I'd say no.
Okay. Does it... I was just trying to...
Just ask the questions to like make definitely sure.
Yeah. Quite hard to think of questions if you already know what the answer
Okay,
is.
go guess the way.
Is it bacon?
Yeah.
Yeah! That took me
Okay.
way too long to figure out that we're here.
Right, I think this guy is done now. Right, we'll cut back
Nice.
to when we're ready to assemble the sandwich.
Cool.
Right, so we're going to take this out of the oven now.
Just go to that heat.
Okay, I can switch that off.
Nice.
Okay, so first step is going to carefully take it off the tray. Now we're only doing 1/2. You can by all means cook both halves and make a big sandwich.
Big old
We're just
sandwich.
going to do one because we're not particularly hungry. There's not that many people in the office. So we're going to put it on the side that we cut because the other side has kind of got this weird layer on where it's cooked and the butter doesn't soak in quite as well. Bit of butter.
Bit of
You
butter.
don't have to do it this way. We're just going to make it into a basic ham and cheese sandwich. So it's nice and golden and crispy, as you can see. That's kind of what you want before you take it out from under the grill. Unless you did it in the toaster, it might not go this even or this dark. It doesn't have to be this dark.
No.
So we're going to cut it in half and just make a smaller sandwich.
Balanced as all things should be.
Yes. Okay, and then we're just going to use some mature cheddar. Even though it's already got cheese in it, it doesn't matter.
And it's already got mature cheddar in it.
Yeah, best not to use mature cheddar to make the thing.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't quite work as well. And that'll do.
It does a decent job. Just
A bit of oven roast ham in there. Just trying to fold it up.
Looks
That
incredible.
doesn't quite work. We're just going to rip it weirdly.
Terrible.
It's quite hard when you're making a small one because nothing really fits it. You have to just rip things up. That's fine. You can put whatever you want in this. We're just making a cheese and ham sandwich.
You can make
It's
it a
quite
plan.
classic. Yeah, you could make it chicken and bacon Caesar. That's quite nice. I've had that before.
Prawn cocktail.
There we go. And then we're just going to place that on the plate nicely.
Hello.
And there is our low carbohydrate ham and cheese sandwich. Okay,
We did it.
let's get to testing it. Okay,
Let's cut this boy in half.
there you go. You can have a
Getting a
quarter
cross
each.
section, even though it's already a cross section.
It's already a cross section. There you go.
Thank you.
Try it.
Oh, wait, cheers. You forgot to cheers me, man. How's it? Mmm. That's great.
No, I've had this lots of times. You've never had this before.
No. It's like
Like
having
it?
cheesy bread, yeah. It's really soft.
And obviously, it's not. It would be less cheesy if we used medium cheddar.
Yeah.
But you can make it more cheesy if you want by adding mustard powder.
Well, I like cheesy anyway, so it's fine.
And it's crunchy as well on the edges. I think that's good.
Mhm.
That's a wrap.
No, it's
Well,
not. It's a sandwich.
It's a sandwich.
Anyway.
Thank you everyone for watching this episode of Lovely Cooking, and thank you Taylor Inkydoodle for joining me for the first ever episode. And we will be back in the next episode. Well, I will. Probably won't be Taylor, be someone else, who knows.
I'll morph into someone else.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you everyone for watching. Bye.